What's going on? What's going on? Facebook, YouTube, everybody in the house. Drop me a hashtag live if you're watching this live, and drop me a hashtag replay if you catch this in a replay. Now, I just got off a meeting with my team, and just hearing a lot of the pain points around real estate investors and the business and where they're struggling right now. Just want to make sure that we add value to you and give you some resources for your business. And these trends just tend to come up over and over and over again. And I thought I would just jump in here quick live between meetings for the business that we run and just kind of share with you so that you can take that back and hopefully it serves you, right? So the first thing, and this is going to be quite short. So if you're watching this live, make sure you drop me a hashtag live. And if you're watching this as a replay, make sure you drop me a hashtag replay. And really, the number one reason most real estate investors are failing is because they're confused. They're confused about the business that they're in. They think that they're in the property business, which is really not the case whatsoever. You're focusing, my director of enrollment, Eddie, he has these conversations over and over again. And, we have people coming in that have desires to like flip houses and rehab houses, yet they don't have a deal or they do not know how to negotiate. We have, aspiring wholesalers or wholesalers that are currently in the business, but have no leads to talk to without intent. And so, the first thing that you got to understand as a real estate investor is that you are not in the property business. You are in the marketing and sales business, and it is in that order. So, the first thing or the first takeaway that I have for you is that you need to make sure that you master lead generation and that you do not really rely on anybody else for that, right? Because if you master lead generation and you get high intent inbound leads, you'll be able to really close more deals, right? And actually make more margin. So do not get stale with old techniques. Make sure that you're growing, that you're investing in your knowledge so that you can improve the marketing and the sales aspect of it. So if you get clear that your bottleneck is first marketing, lead generation, high quality lead generation, right? And then your second bottleneck is going to be sales. And then your third possible bottleneck is going to be systems and ops. Then if you simplify it that way, confusion, kind of goes out the window, right? So that's the first thing that we're observing after having, hundreds and hundreds of coaching calls with our members and some of the applicants that are coming through. The other piece, and this is a life hack that was shared with me years ago that I hope it serves you, is you got to stop binging in content without applying it, right? More information is not going to rescue you by itself. And what that means is if you take a what you call a golden nugget, right? If you hear somebody say something that may be a good technique, a good strategy that may help you out, and you go ahead and say, okay, I just heard this golden nugget, I'm going to go run with it. Go ahead and budget implementing that for at least 10 times the duration that it took you to essentially, hear that golden nugget. So if that makes sense, focus more on the practice and the implementation and actually just getting better than actually just binging and more information. Obviously, it's a natural process for us to explore and look for guidance and and really understand and digest information, but really where the magic happens is in the implementation. And as you implement, you will suck at first. Like, that's just the reality. You will suck at first, but nobody really came out of a mother's womb running, right? We gotta fail forward. We gotta learn to get back up and just get better and better on that piece. So that's my one key and ask for you guys and gals, if you're watching this, that I hope it serves you. It's something that I start implementing because it's easy to get just, oh, I'm gonna read 1,000 books. Well, why don't you just read one and implement what it's actually teaching you and focus on getting better at that one principle? I'm of the opinion that that will just serve you a lot better in actual implementation. And then the other piece is, how to expand without constraints. So, it's very well known that a system will expand subject to its constraints. So how do we remove constraints so that, let's say that you're maybe doing 1 or 2 deals a month. You want to jump to 5 deals, and then you want to jump to 10 deals. And really, the key word is leverage. So, very similar to property and how we talk about, I'm going to leverage, the value of the property, with money and stuff like that as real estate investors. Then you want to leverage what we know as technology, right? You want to leverage technology so that it automates and helps you delegate and systematize as much as you can. And you want to leverage relationships as well, right? So knowing who specializes in what, working together in harmony towards a common goal. Kind of like Napoleon Hill's definition of a mastermind is when two minds set together on a common goal. It's key. And so I just want you to really take away the word leverage with you and understand that wherever you're at right now, it's because you got these constraints. And the only way to expand those constraints and expand that system or your current situation is by leverage other people's uh you know knowledge, which is another one, leverage other people's skills, relationships, leverage systems. Okay, so just a quick recap. I just thought I haven't jumped in here live for quite a bit. So just wanted to make sure that I explain kind of what we're seeing in the industry. And there's just so much confusion for people around what they're supposed to be focusing on. They're just confused. And really, if you break down the business into simple pillars, into lead generation, what sort of, you know, high intent lead generation can I get, whether it's paid or free, coming in? And then having the conversations and knowing how to talk with, these motivated. I just did a story earlier today. You might want to check it out on the 5 questions to get 50% off of any, seller. And that's what we use, in our business to get contracts. And if you simplify it by lead generation, learning, knowing how to talk with sellers, and having the systems in place that help you remove those constraints and leverage technology, you will be a lot better off. So I hope everybody has a blessed Tuesday. I'm excited for the day today. We'll have a lot of stuff that we're working on the background. So if you need any help whatsoever, we have a lot of free resources. Feel free to send me a DM. But if you want, one-on-one help from me and my team and kind of taking you through a fast track to essentially just speed up results, feel free to send me a DM as well. We help real estate investors. We liberate them by providing high intent, guaranteed inbound paper lead generation and contact to close systems. So that essentially takes the guesswork out of it all. All right. So everybody stay blessed. I hope y'all have a great rest of your week. Bye bye.